Hey everyone, if you've ever used time-based effects before, you may have stumbled across flanging. That is when you offset some signals by just a teeny tiny amount. Now with Poly Flange from Minimal Audio, we can add in some extra textures and features. Let's check it out by diving in the DAW. Okay, here we are inside of our session, and this is Poly Flanger from our friends at Minimal Audio. I am just gonna hit play on this little beat that I have, and you're gonna hear what flanging is. So that sweep sound that you're hearing as these chords and drone is playing, that's flanging. Very quickly, the flanger effect is when you take a copy of a signal, add it back in, but delay it by just the teeniest, tiniest amounts. I'm talking milliseconds, from 1 up to about 20. But once you get over 20 and up in that range, you start getting into chorusing, which is a different video. This offset creates this weird comb filtering and the sound of flanging that we just heard. And this is in its classic iteration how it sounds. But with Poly Flanger from Minimal Audio, we're not just 2 voices, we can go to a ton of voices. We can go all the way up to 8. They also have different styles in here, classic, hollow, and vapor, and these are brand new ways. Hollow actually sounds kind of hollow and like something's missing in the middle, and vapor's kind of like wispy. So it's 3 different styles with different voicings. And without actually changing our style, we've increased our voices. Let's listen to that same bit with 8 voices. So it's a little bit deeper of that flange sound. There's a little bit extension to it. It's a little bit deeper, and that's just by increasing our voices. But you can see that there is a ton of things we can do within this plugin. Let's start off with the left-hand side. This is modulation. This is one of the key functions of flanging in general, is the modulation and the changing of the second signal gets blent back in. So right now you can see that its rate is set for 2 bars. Over 2 bars is how these little indicators up on top, they're going to be moving around, and that sweep that we're hearing, that's how long it's going to take. But you can adjust this to all the way up to 32 bars, ridiculously slow, or way fast so that it's this crazy, whatever this is going to sound like. So you're helicopter landing, but you understand what's going on here. If we bring it to more of a realistic kind of rate. Now, this is 8th note. Check this out. Okay, I think we understand what's going on there. Let's increase it just for our examples. We'll make it something like, I don't know, a 1/4 note. But look, we currently can change our shape, which is in a sine wave right now, to a triangle wave, and you can see it reflected up here, to a ramp, which is a sawtooth style, or a square, which is just on or off. This is gonna be crazy. Let's hit play, and I'm just gonna sweep through these. So you could hear sine wave, nice and smooth going in and out. Triangle, a little sharper. When we were up in ramp, just that hard click, click, click. And then of course with square wave, on, off, kind of crazy. Okay, so without changing things, with our rate the same and in sine wave, if we go to the bottom left with randomize and start increasing this, look at what it's doing to the actual rate. It's modifying the rate. That is what's getting randomized. Here we go. So just throwing that flange effect kind of wherever it needs to because we're randomizing it. And then of course offset. So right now, actually slow those down so you can see this happening. The 2 lines here, we'll call them just for sake of easy, they're basically lined up. But offset down here changes their speed and their start time so you can get an even deeper effect. And you can go in the other direction as well. Like you can almost have them completely opposite end as well if you go 180, and you can go positive 180 as well, but positive or negative 180, it's the same thing. So it's really cool. You're hearing both a top-down sweep as well as a bottom-up sweep because we have our offset set to 180. But let's go to a non-round number. Let's go 37. Sure. So again, just giving us different textures, different depths, different dimension. Moving away from the modulation section, and we didn't really talk about mod depth, but is the, how much of the effect you're going to get. It's the depth of the effect, and you can go positive or negative on this as well. And it's really, is it kind of sweeping up first or is it sweeping down first? That's sort of the way it's going. Then let's get to the center section here. And you can see the main control in the middle is currently, it says frequency. And if we hover over it, it says 650. But if we hit the button underneath it, tune, it's now a note value. And I can change this. And this is where the flanging is essentially starting. You can get some real fun effects with whatever that was. Honestly, I wish I knew what that was. But it's changing where our frequency is essentially centered around. You can see I went all the way up, and now it's way up on top. So way up on top. I did hover over this, and it does say it sets the base pitch of the flanger's resonance. So if you know your frequency resonance you want to stick around, you can punch that in. If you just know the note, hit tune, dial in the note. Let's go into stereo, which is exactly what you think. It is the stereo width of the flanger voices. I'm reading it to you now, but it's right here inside the plugin. So you can make it a bit wider, or if you want it to be very narrow. So that's stereo. Span, I think you guys are really going to like, because that'll spread the voices around, and we have 8 voices right now. So check this out. As I just increase this, watch the lines up above that are hovering over the keyboard. That is our 8 voices getting spread out. So again, spreading those voices out. As we use this in conjunction with scale, which we'll get into, you'll see how this can definitely work. Damping is just kind of reduces some of the top end fizz or sizzle that you might get with some flanging. So if you just want less, you can increase your damping, and that'll take care of that top end. And then feedback is just like you would see on a delay. It's how much of the signal kind of goes back in and gets fed back into itself. And then it even tells you here, control how strongly the flanger resonates, creating harmonic peaks in the sound. That's what we're doing here with our feedback control. But we're going to put that back to normal. So let's move on to the right where we have scale. If we want to activate this top left, just turn it purple and it turns it on. And now you can even see up on top here, because we're in C chromatic, if I was going to change this to anything, let's just say that it's in A and it's A minor. Now the voices of the flanger will stop at intervals within your key. It'll avoid notes that are not a part of the key of your song, but it does have more of a stepped kind of sound. So this may not be the right scale. Honestly, I forget what key I was in for this song, but let's just go with it anyway. Take a listen. I don't know if you heard that, especially towards the end. You can hear it kind of going up the scale within the flange sound. That's kind of crazy. And then, of course, note rate, it's kind of just doing it at its own speed. But if you want it at a certain interval, you can put it. So maybe we want something quick every 30-second note. So it actually is helping that stepped sound smooth out a bit because we've set it to its own time and it's not happening whenever it wants. So, play with note rate as you see fit. And we kind of jumped over it, but we've been going through these different notes and the voicing off, so it's just been hitting whatever notes live within this scale. But if there's certain ones you want, you can do that by changing your voicing. You can do intervals with the roots, the thirds, fourths, and powers, which is your fifths, your triads, which is your straight up triad, sus2, sus4, and your extended, your sixths, your sevenths, your add nines, or a pentatonic scale. We glossed over it on bottom, input control. That's a slider right here. The double arrow button next to input is your input send mode. And this just really isolates dry so that you make sure you have a clean dry signal going in that's blended in with your wet on top of the blend control you have going on here. And if we hover over, it says when active, the input gain will only affect the signal that is being sent into the effect, leaving the dry signal unaffected. And then next to output is actually extra output controls with a built-in soft clipper if you go for that. But we're actually going to hover over because there's two modes. There's purple, a little bit of limiting and saturation, and then orange is soft clipping. So if you want something a little bit more aggressive, you can go with that. So purple is your first click, orange is your second click, and then you click a third time and it puts it to back off. Now, because we've been in here and we've heard it a bunch of times, let's just start clicking through some of the presets. This is the very first preset, and let's just listen to this. Transformers much, especially on hollow combs. This is the hollow style that we talked about earlier, but let's just do the same one and switch it to vapor. Lots of choices, lots of textures, lots of depth that we can get from Poly Flanger. So there it is. That is Poly Flanger from our friends over at Minimal Audio, and it's available right now. So if you're interested, use the link down in the description. I hope this has taught you a little bit about what flanging is and the sound that it achieves and how you can use this as like transitions within your songs. We didn't even touch on throwing this on a guitar for an effect. They used it a ton in the 70s. You've heard it a bunch of times. But there are a lot of different things you can do with flanging. Right at the end there, you heard, and I even said it, transformers. This is how you get some of that robotic transformers from the movies and TV shows. You know what I'm talking about. Sound. You need a little bit of offset because the voice modules in the robots may be trying to make two voices into one, and that offset is creating the flange. So there it is. That is Poly Flanger from Minimal Audio. I hope you enjoyed. And until next time, happy mixing. Take care, everyone.